and Pat out of his. And we're all just cleaning up our orbit so that we can be nice and stable. I'm lucky enough to be out of my helmet, and CJ's still in his.
Okay, and this is Nicole. Here we are down on the mid-deck. I'm still sitting in my seat, just getting used to my new space legs, I guess. And we're back up in the flight deck, so I'll hand it over.
All right, this is getting ready for the OMS 2 burn. You can see there's a parachute cover there. You can see that it accelerates toward the rear, toward Jose, and he's batting it up toward the front. And that was kind of fun there.
Kevin and CJ, after they had completed the burn. A little bit of the commander. He was the last one out of the seat.
Hey, there's a good shot of our PLT. This is Jose Hernandez adjusting to the 0G, as Kevin can show you there with the pencil, that we are really in space in a 0G environment.
There you can see the moon out the forward window. Focus isn't quite sharp. And then here is the next thing is Pat and Krista were getting ready to open the payload bay doors. There's Jose, that's Kevin going down to the mid-deck to get his suit off. And you can see Krista set up that camera. If you watch very closely, pretty soon you'll see the door move, actually. There it goes. You can see it moving out there out the back window. That was pretty good. Good teamwork by Pat and Krista. They did the doors and the KU band antenna.
And was our Commander CJ taking these great shots here. Very useful, by the way, to add a headlamp. I've boarded almost every crew member by now. Jose, our MS2, playing with power supply for laptops. That was his main job after we got into orbit, and it's all working now. He's done a great job of getting the laptops going. We always look for things coming out of the payload bay, especially when we first get to orbit. Just happened to notice one of the small buttons there that is used to help tack down the MLI in the payload bay. We're able to get a shot of it as it floated away.
Down on the mid-deck, you can see things are pretty busy. There's a lot of bags and a lot of gear that needs to be unstowed and restowed. You can see here Christopher deep into the ditch, helping me out with some of the very large 5 MLE bags. These are where we store a lot of our equipment for station as well as for shuttle. And here's Nicole. You can see her in all her glory, hair all over the place. A lot of fun. Again, it's a pretty busy place, the mid-deck, as we try and reconfigure this rocket into an on-orbit work platform.
I had just gotten out of my suit and long underwear and had gone in there to pick up my clothes, get my socks on, and I'll be headed up to do some arm work, beginning to take the arm out of cradle and check it out for use tomorrow when we do the inspection.
And this is what the view looks like as we're heading from the mid-deck up to the flight deck. You can see us going through the flight deck access port. You see flight deck still busy with activity. Again, trying to get ourselves into a configuration for on-orbit operations. And there's our commander settling in after changing into our regular clothes, and he's going to go ahead and basically take over while our commander goes and changes into working clothes as well.
So what it looked like if you came down on our mid-deck. You can see that Danny and Nicole and Krista have been doing a great job of getting things squared away. Here's Krista and Danny putting away some of the seats, the mid-deck seats. There's all the personal hygiene kits. laid out, and everything's really coming along nicely on the mid-deck. There I am coming down for the get my suit off. She came down here and had some drink bags that we had left over from Ascent. So Nicole and Danny were able to help me get out of my suits. There's Jose doing a great job of setting up the PGSCs. He got the stuff out of what we call a lightweight Mar. That's one of the computers. Here's Nicole doing the AFTHC checkout. She also helped out with the smoke detection test, and she did a lot of payload stuff on the mid-deck and got the CSA-CP going. So we really appreciated having her jump in there and help out today. There's Danny getting the bogan arms set up for the photo TV that we're having the pleasure of viewing this video right now on.
Since we have our inspections on Flight Day 2, we always try and get the arms out of cradle and checked out for the next day. So I ran through those procedures.
And the last thing is Kevin was helping out, making sure we had everything done in the flight plan, and it looked really good. And here's Jose making a couple of calls on the air to grounds. So it was a great day to get all this set up. That's the end of the video, Houston, and we appreciate everybody following along.
Good morning, this is Mission Control Houston, returning now to a live